I'm just going to be honest and share the way that I view the law of attraction now versus how I viewed the law of attraction back in 2017 when I was making daily videos on it. Now, first off, back in 2017, I started to make daily videos. The channel, the YouTube channel, did not start as a law of attraction channel. It started just as me sharing the ideas I was working with and the ideas I was learning. And years prior to that, I saw the movie The Secret. My mom made me watch it. Didn't want to watch it, watched it, and I was like, there's something about this that just resonates. And then what happened is I started to apply those ideas at a 9-to-5 job I had where I was selling women's shoes, and every day I went in, it was commission, and I started at zero. So I would be able to see every single day the kind of response that I would get, whether I had fun energy, whether I was serious about my goals, whether I had a certain goal, whether my intention was adding value, connecting with other people. I would be able to see the difference between the energy dynamic I had and the kind of results that I got. And I learned a lot in that process. So I would share those on my YouTube channel, and after making videos daily for about a year, I became coined as a law of attraction YouTuber. I would go out, I'd hear that or see that on social media a lot. I'd go do live events and people would kind of refer to me as that. And it didn't really bother me or anything, but you may have noticed that on my YouTube channel, it's probably been 6 months to a year since I've even made a law of attraction video. Now, I guess you could say that some videos I make have a law of attraction type spin, or I'm talking about attracting love and not chasing. I'm more interested now in the energy dynamics of things than I am just like the stereotypical law of attraction things that I used to teach. Now, I want to share with you in this video the way that I view the law of attraction now and how it's kind of evolved. And I want to do that because I want to be honest with you guys, one of the reasons I haven't made law of attraction videos as much is because I think that what most people need to hear is not what maybe they've been hearing for a long time. Because back in 2017, when I was working that 9-to-5 job, I was studying and just focused on thoughts. I was focused on thinking, and I would focus on thinking better thoughts, and I would sit on my couch and I would think and visualize what I wanted to experience. I would visualize me traveling the world or doing live events, or me on YouTube and me working from home and not having to have some 9-to-5 job that I didn't enjoy. And I would visualize it and I would imagine it, but for some reason I just felt blocked. I wouldn't actually take action. I stayed there, and I stayed there for like 8 months. Just thinking and thinking and thinking. And to be honest with you guys, the thing that really triggered me from going to creating my dream life, from going from a 9-to-5 job of doing what I didn't enjoy, to me actually living my purpose, making videos, traveling the world, living a life of an abundance, the key that made the difference wasn't just the thoughts. It was changing my inner vibration. And it was changing my outer vibration. It was me taking action. I know many people don't like to hear that, but when you're doing what you're passionate about, action is not hard to do. When you're doing what you're passionate about, you don't mind even having to learn aspects that maybe you never thought you had to learn. If you look at this in the form of vibration, I was living the vibration of working a 9-to-5 job, going to work every day, complaining to other people that I worked with about how slow it was because retail was dying out. And my thoughts, my emotions, and my actions were equal to that reality. Now notice it's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Action, it was the missing key for me. I didn't want to take action. I thought action was low vibration. I thought action was like resistance. But I had to push through resistance to create my dream life of me doing what I'm doing now. That pressure, that resistance of me making videos every day when it wasn't always easy. Making videos when I would get home from work at midnight. Make a video, edit a video, schedule a video to go out, and then go to work the next day and then get up early in the morning to do it all over again. It wasn't always easy. But I had a vision, the thoughts, the emotion, and the action that I was doing every single day began to compound over time. So I always say this, but in order for you to really bridge the reality of what you desire or what you want to experience to what you are experiencing is, first off, you got to be brutally honest with yourself. Where are you? Maybe what you've created or you've attracted into your life is a direct reflection of what you don't want. And you got to be honest with yourself there. And it's sometimes harsh. I was like, I'm working a 9-to-5 job I don't like. I've been here for 10 years. You guys know that? I worked and sold women's shoes for 8 or 9, 10 years. Something like that. And I wasn't passionate about it. No, I think 10 years. When I was 18 years old until I was about 28. I was not passionate about it, but I did it because it made decent money. Now, what happened is once I became aware and I woke up to that, you want to know something that really helped me move out of that vibration? I got and looked at the pain. I worked with 2 or 3 other people that were like 30 years older than me, and they hated it there. But they worked there because it made money and they were so used to it. That's all they knew. And I thought to myself, if I'm here for 30 years, I'm going to go insane. I use that as pain and leverage for me to then make the choice. Really, the key to you creating your dream reality is first off, becoming aware of what that is. That's the first step. Secondly, get pain and leverage for you to then take the action to then make the choice to wire in a new reality, to wire in a new version of you so that you're thinking, feeling, and acting or being this version of you. Now, the missing key for a lot of the law of attraction is many people aren't being it. Part of being it is taking action. But you first have to become aware of what that is. Now, for me, I became aware of the version of me making daily videos would be the version of me that would have a completely different reality if I did that for a year. So I committed to daily videos. Now, another aspect of that is I had to learn internet marketing. I had to learn how to market thumbnails. I had to learn graphic design. I had to learn how to edit. I had to learn these things I didn't necessarily enjoy, but it was a part of the vibration of the reality of me going full time. And then once I did it, I then found people that I could then pay to do it once I had the abundance coming in. But the reason I'm making this video is because it's not just thoughts. It's not just thoughts. It's also vibration. And vibration has to do with also action. One of the ways we translate and we communicate in this physical reality is through action. And some people will say, well, that sounds low vibration. Well, there is a vibration to taking action that can be high vibration. Vibration is not inherently low or high vibe. It depends on what you're doing. And even though I'm not passionate about editing videos and certain things, the end result of me putting videos out that helps people was a high vibrational, passionate thing that comes from my heart. So the thing and the missing key and the thing that I think so many people need to hear is this is not just about thoughts. Even if you look at that, I've kind of shared this thing before where it goes beliefs, feelings, thoughts, actions, results, beliefs. Now, part of beliefs is to shift your beliefs. I found that taking action is a way of breaking out of the rigidness of one reality. When I started taking action every single day of making videos, it wasn't just that action got me better results. It was that started to change my self-image. I started to see myself as a full-time YouTuber. I started to see myself as a hard worker. Hard worker sounds low vibe, but guess what? That was it's in vibrational reality than me working the 9-to-5 job, than me doing and going after what I'm passionate about. So get leverage. Be aware of what this reality is. Get leverage by realizing that if you stay where you are, you're going to continue to get what you got. And then make the choice. It really is just a choice. And when you make the choice, you are then taking action. And you're not doing it because it's going to get you a certain result. This is a very important factor when it comes to the law of attraction. If you're doing things to escape where you are, it's emphasizing that where you are is not good already. It's one of the biggest things that I think keeps people stuck. Now, instead, if you're taking action because this is who you choose to be, it is an end of itself. That's the difference. I was making videos. A side effect of that was videos started to grow. I started to get momentum. I then put my 2 weeks in at the job I had, and I was able to quit. But the real reason I was doing that is because this is who I prefer to be. I don't prefer to any longer live as a 9-to-5 job goer complaining about this work and how slow it is and dealing with corporate politics. There were times I got pulled into the office, I got talked down to like I was a little kid by upper management. There was a time I got told that if I ever said the word belly button again, I'd get fired. True story. I think I have a podcast where I talk about that or something. Or maybe I'll make a whole video on the belly button story. But we used to say this word belly button. It was so dumb, but we would say it in conversation with people without them knowing to see like how we could get away, and it would loosen up the vibe and it was fun. And then one of the coworkers took it too far, and it was like this thing to where we were told if we ever said the word again, we would get fired. And one time I got caught being on my phone and it was really slow at this job, selling women's shoes. It was really slow. So we'd have one person on the sales floor, and one of us would go in the back, because sometimes you wouldn't see a customer for 3 hours. So one of us would go in the back and be on our phone. I'd go on my phone, and one time the upper management and the store manager and the department manager made me watch a video of myself on my phone for like 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, I get the point. And they're like, no, keep watching it. This is gonna wire it in. And I'm like, in that moment, it was so demeaning, so devaluing, that I decided that I'll never work. That was the pain that then made me decide I don't ever want to work for people like this again. I need to figure something else out. And that pain then led me to make the choice to go and to make videos every single day, no matter what, on YouTube until I'm a YouTuber. But that's a vibration. It did involve taking action. It involved me learning marketing. It involved me learning graphic design. It involved me looking at editing. So the thing that I encourage you to do is to look at your current reality. Identify the version of you doing what you love. Start to visualize that, but then start to be it. Start to bridge it vibrationally. That includes taking action, and it's okay. Realize there may be some resistance. That resistance is the difference, because this vibration just wants you to remain the same. It's safe for you to go to a 9-to-5 job. It's safe for you to be around your coworkers. It's safe for you to do what you've always known. It is not safe for you to step into the unknown. And not only that, but that's how it will try to get you to stay where you are. Realize that taking action will be sometimes a little bit resistance. I had to stay up late making videos. I had to learn things I didn't necessarily want to learn, but I did, and it was worth it, because now I live the life of my dreams. I do what I love, and I don't have to make law of attraction videos if I don't want to. And one of the reasons I don't do it is because I think sometimes it sounds harsh, but I believe it to be true. It's your vibration that must change, not just your thoughts, not thinking of better thoughts, not sitting on the couch. If you see yourself as that version, that was me for years, and I didn't get results. Then I switched it. I started taking action. I started focusing on my vibration. I started pushing through resistance. I committed to it. And as I did, my whole entire life changed. So if you want to focus on raising your vibration, one of the most powerful meditations I have is on raising your dominant vibration permanently. So one of my most popular meditations is in the top of the description box below. Listen to that for 21 days. Watch how your life begins to change from that. I'll also link it in the end card here. Other than that, like this video if you liked it. If you want more honest videos like this where I share what I really think about some of these concepts, like this video, comment below, let me know what you think. And as always, I will talk to you on the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.